Hi there, this is The Rock. Press the free like button. If you think it's very impressive how SmackDown has been sold out multiple times since WrestleMania 40. So why are we hearing we want Roman Chants? There's a reason why I chose Cody over Roman as my WrestleMania opponent for next year.
I swear, man, I don't get it. What's up with these people who go to these SmackDown shows? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the new version of the Bloodline, these guys are trying to get over without Roman Reigns being there. But you're not allowing them to do that if you are chanting Roman Reigns' name. Now, I don't get this. Why am I hearing we want Roman chants in the goddamn audience? Like, I don't get it. What am I missing here? Why are we hearing we want Roman chants? For what? For what? It's like, I swear to God, wrestling fans are some of the dumbest idiots out of any other fan base walking this earth. It's like you wasn't hearing we want Roman chants when he was the world champion and he was not showing up on these shows. The moment he drops the fucking belt, now you want to chant we want Roman. Like, man, fuck you. It's like you people are just two-faced. Why am I hearing we want Roman chants? Okay, let me tell you a fun fact that just flew over your head all of last year. Fun fact. The last time Roman Reigns had a match on SmackDown, it was December 30th, 2022 against John Cena and Kevin fucking Owens. That's the Roman that you want back? Him? That's crazy. So all of last year, this dude didn't have not one match on SmackDown. That's uncalled for. I'm like, how did he get away with that? All year, not one match. So, wow, I'm gonna nickname him fucking Street Clothes Roman Reigns. That's what he is. That's his new nickname. Mr. Street Clothes Roman Reigns. That's what he was. He was in street clothes all year. No matches on fucking SmackDown? Like I said, I'm not asking you to wrestle every week, but you gotta wrestle sometimes, man. Like I said, not every week, but you have to just throw your hat in the ring sometimes. It's like, I don't know, how about wrestle once a month, but all year long, not one match. And wow, all his matches were on pay-per-views, and those weren't even good matches. So, year of 2023, that was a waste of our time. What did he do? Like, I hate you, Roman Reigns, BBC nuts huggers. You people are sickos, right? You people are trying to kill the World Wrestling Federation. I can't believe people actually, some of these nuts huggers, thought Roman Reigns was going to beat Hulk Hogan's record. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. He's not Hogan. He would never be Hogan. He was never the draw of a Hulk Hogan. But listen, I like the work of Solo Sikoa and God. Those guys look good. But why am I hearing we want Roman chants? For what? I just told you his last match on TV, on Fox, was fucking December 30th, 2022. Back when Sami Zayn was still in the Bloodline. That was his last match. That's the guy you want back? That's the guy, him? It's like, thank God he dropped the fucking belt. Because I love how Cody Rhodes is booked. He's being booked to tell storylines. He don't need to wrestle every week. But there are times where he does wrestle, but it means something. When Cody Rhodes wrestles, it means something. But he will never go 1 year without wrestling on his main show. It's like, what's the point? What did that do for the SmackDown ratings? All it did was it made LA Cosplay a fucking star. All it did was make Gunther the real face of SmackDown. Roman was not the face of SmackDown. Why? How? But this song and dance, we have done this before. How is it new? Listen, the only thing that's different is there's no more Jimmy, and now we have God. But this is the same old shit, but now Solo has a bigger role. But bruh, it's the same shit. Roman Reigns is at home doing nothing. Paul Heyman is trying to keep his character relevant. He's trying to keep the Roman Reigns character relevant. Without Paul Heyman, there is no Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman, he is this whole act. Without Paul Heyman, there is no heel Roman Reigns. He's the reason he's still relevant. The more we see Paul Heyman, the more we think about Roman Reigns. But let's say Roman Reigns comes back. Okay, he's this huge good guy. He's this huge baby face. Okay, yeah, so he's not gonna wrestle. So what are you cheering for? Okay, so you want to see him come and cut a promo? Like, what are you asking for of Roman that he was doing before he dropped the belt? It's not going to be any different. He's going to be part-time as fuck. He's not going to wrestle on SmackDown. He's not. So what are you crying about? What are you asking for? Okay, I'm very objective like a motherfucker, right? Let's say Cody Rhodes had the same schedule as Roman Reigns, and this dude was at home all the time. Guess what, bitch? I would hope that AJ Styles or a fucking LA Cosplay beats Cody Rhodes. That's how objective I am, right? I don't fuck around. I'm very objective. If Cody Rhodes was pulling the same shit as a Roman Reigns and he was not on TV, he was not wrestling, he was showing up damn near every 4 months, yes, I would hope Cody Rhodes drops that belt to somebody who's going to show up full time every fucking week, right? That's my point. That's why I wanted Cody Rhodes to be champion. He shows up every week. He wants to wrestle. He wants to be on a show. He doesn't want to be at home. He doesn't want to be a part-timer. That's why I wanted him to be the world champion. But yes, if he had the same schedule as Roman Reigns, yes, I would be making videos trying to pick and choose who should dethrone Cody Rhodes so we can have a full-time world champion. That's how objective I am. But that's never going to happen because Cody Rhodes does his job. He shows up. Hell, he was on fucking NXT. When was the last time we saw Roman Reigns on NXT trying to give their ratings a rub? So Cody Rhodes, he's a dual threat. He's the new John Cena. That's my fucking point. This dude did not have to show up to NXT to give them a bump in ratings. He did not have to do that. But he's the face of the company. That's what they do. So I'm scratching my head. Who wants Roman Reigns back? For what? It's like, listen, man, I don't care if I was a huge fan of, I don't know, fucking Drew Mac. If Drew Mac had a super part-time schedule where he's barely wrestling, he's not even showing up, I wouldn't give two shits about Drew Mac. That's my fucking point. See? Because I'm not a fucking dummy. Like, why would I root for a guy that's not being seen on these shows every week? That makes me a dummy. By that same logic. So, I heard that SmackDown has been sold out multiple times since WrestleMania. I heard that Raw has been sold out every week since WrestleMania. So how is Roman Reigns needed on these shows? What are you crying about? Like, I don't get it. Solo, Tama Tonga, Tagaloa, those guys are looking good right now without him. And I heard they are trying to add more members. They are trying to add Tama Tonga's other brother to this faction. And eventually, Jacob Fatu will eventually come on SmackDown and join this faction. So, all I gotta say is, I like where things are going. Solo is looking good. I'm seeing character development. His promos are getting good. He's looking more comfortable without having to rely on Roman Reigns. But when did he ever rely on Roman Reigns? He shows up more than Roman, so you can't say Solo needs Roman. Bruh, Roman was barely on the show. It was Solo and Jimmy that was doing all the work to prolong Roman Reigns' storylines. And it was getting so fucking old. Let's say Roman was in a feud with LA Cosplay. We would see Roman maybe twice or one time, but after that, LA Cosplay is going to have multiple programs and multiple matches with Jimmy and Solo until he fights Roman Reigns. Bro, that was getting so fucking old. It was Groundhog Day for the past 3 years. Where Solo, Jimmy, they gotta do Roman Reigns' dirty work. Sammy, Jay, that was getting old. Now, the Bloodline don't need Roman Reigns. I don't care what anybody else says. They don't need him. But what if he does come back? What if Roman does come back? What is he going to do that he was not already doing by not showing up, not wrestling on these shows? Like, not trying to further storylines, not trying to progress the show. That's why LA Cosplay got so over last year. That's why it was Roman Reigns' fault. He was not on the show taking up his spotlight. That's why Gunther was so dominant and his name got more out there, because those two guys were carrying SmackDown all of last year. That's a fact. So the whole point is, it's like, man, I hate all of these Roman Reigns, BBC, nuts, huggers. Like, I don't get you people. It's like, you hate wrestling. I love wrestling. You hate it. It's like, you want this company to fail. Imagine, you want a part-timer like a Roman on these shows. Now look, I don't mind Roman on these shows, but as long as he stays away from championships, hey, I don't give a fuck if he's part-time. Just don't give him any more championships. That's it. I don't care. But to chant, we want Roman, like, why? To do what? To confront Solo? So, okay, let's say they have a match. Okay. What's going to be the build-up? It's going to be a trash build-up based on Roman Reigns' schedule. Groundhog Day. Same thing over and over again. It's going to be the same shit. Roman is not going to be on these shows every week, but Solo is. So how can we be invested in a feud with Solo and Roman if only one guy is showing up every week and he's the heel, right? He's the heel. Imagine a fucking good guy with a super part-time schedule and he's in a feud with a heel. Like, you can't make that up. How can you book that properly? But the whole point is, fuck all you Roman Reigns BBC nuts huggers. Like, stop jerking off his BBC. Like, it's weird. It's like, dude, take out his BBC out your mouth. It's like, it's over. He's never going to be a world champion ever again. So just get over it. It's like, just get ready for Cody Rhodes versus Rocky Maivia at next year's WrestleMania. That's all I'm saying. Now, who's going to be Roman Reigns' opponent at next year's WrestleMania? It might be a toss-up between Seth Rollins and Solo Sikoa. It might be a toss-up because Seth, he cost Roman the world title against Cody fucking Rhodes, so I can see them trying to run it back. I can see Roman wanting his revenge against Seth Freaky Diggy Rollins. So I can see that. But, no, we are not going to see Rocky Maivia versus Roman fucking Reigns, right? They already planted a seed with Cody and Rocky Maivia at that Raw after WrestleMania, right? That was a seed that was planted. Rocky Maivia was the last guy to pin Cody Rhodes. So, by that logic, he is entitled to a world title shot, right? I get it. But to make a long story short, fuck all you Roman Reigns BBC nuts huggers. Like, he's gone. Move on. SmackDown has been really, really fucking good without him. That's it. I'm done.